I am super excited to announce a new feature in OutboundSync called Company Block Lists. Now, before, you could only do contact based block lists. Now, we support company lists in HubSpot. And I'm just going to share a few examples of when you might want to do that. Competitors, vendors, or suppliers, all sorts of situations where you have companies that you don't want to email cold, but you don't necessarily have contacts for them. That's what we're solving for. And also there's situations where with association labels and things like that, company lists might just be easier to build. So here we go. I built a competitor list in Clay using Ocean. And this is the kind of thing that if you're working with an agency, I just highly recommend having them do this for you because there's a lot of nuance when you're working with this kind of data. Incorrect URLs, incorrect company names. They're things that can be cleaned up in Clay, but they take time. And if you've not done this before, it's probably not worth it if you have an expert that you can just give them a call and have them set it up for you. But you build a comprehensive competitor list. And in this case, we did competitors with a score of 0.85 or higher. And we used Smartlead as our example. Of course, OutboundSync being a Smartlead integration. And so, yeah, we ended up with, close to 300 companies. And we did a little bit of magic here, normalizing the domains and then searching for alternate domains because of some discrepancies I noticed in the data. And so we pushed all of that over into HubSpot, creating companies and then updating the company type to be competitor. Looking over at HubSpot, we've got our active list of companies where the type is competitor. And this is an active list. So as new companies are flagged as competitors, this list will be updated. And as this list is updated with OutboundSync connected, those domains will be blocked in Smartlead. So I've got an example here of what it looks like. So we selected that company list. We selected our Smartlead API key. And then if you're working with an agency or if you have multiple clients, you would select that client and start blocking. And this is what it looks like. All of these domains that we determined to be competitors push through the API into Smartlead, and now we're not going to email them anymore. So you can build lists and not have to worry necessarily as much about catching competitors. And remember that those lists that you send over, that block list, can be really big. I just picked 0.85 or higher for the sake of the video, basically. But you can have as many competitors blocked as you want, and you could also use GPT to refine and segment that competitor list and make sure it's exactly right. So yeah, really excited about this new feature. Block lists in general are something that we've invested a lot of engineering hours into. It's harder than it appears, and we spent a lot of time making sure that we could get that really quick throughput, get all these domains and email addresses when it's a contact list pushed over to Smartlead. So you're emailing the right people and not emailing the wrong people that you don't want to email. So yeah, super excited about this feature. More to come. We've got some pretty exciting stuff happening in other areas, but this is a big one that I've been working on for a little bit, and I think you're going to find it really useful. At least I hope you do. And yeah, let me know what questions you have.